Sainers, welcome back to the Saints TV YouTube channel. Welcome to Saints TV Weekly. It is June 27th, Monday, and yeah, a pretty bad weekend of football to talk about. So we went up to the SCG Saturday night in a big game. It was 7th versus 8th going into the round, and I think at that point it was 8th versus 9th, and Jack still returning, needed a big performance from the boys, and unfortunately we got the opposite. We went down by 51 points, we kicked 4 goals for the game, 32-83, and it was just probably the worst performance under Ratton in probably a year since we got done by the Dogs by over 100. So it's been a long time. But some people will say it's been coming, our form's been dropping, and we just didn't really see that coming. I mean, I didn't. I really was expecting a response, but that was the results. And now we find ourselves in 10th position on the ladder. Could have been 11th if Gold Coast had held on against Port, but Port Adelaide won that game, and that means we're now 10th. And we've got Carlton on Friday night, and they're flying. They're in the top 4. And playing really good football, and it's going to be a tough one. But hopefully we'll regain Brad Hill, Paddy Ryder, Jack Higgins, and hopefully Tom Highmore, who was outstanding in the VFL, which we'll talk about a little later in the video. Now, obviously, I'm not going to spend too much time talking about that game because it was so shit, but also because my review is up on the channel already, so you can get onto that and watch that. I've also got my player ratings video uploaded yesterday, so you've got the review, you've got player ratings to enjoy, and I'm saving all my energy for the podcast this week, tonight, with Marshy and Joycey. I think it's going to be a very interesting podcast, so hopefully, we can kind of, bring some positives from it, but there's literally no positives from that performance, so hopefully, the boys are feeling okay. They've been pretty quiet in the podcast chat, but nonetheless, there's a podcast to do, and that'll be out in the next couple of days as well. So stay tuned for that. Now, for some actual good news, the Southern Saints, the girls, they are through to the VFLW Grand Final. So congratulations, girls. You've done very well. They advanced to the big dance for the first time in its history after a comprehensive 20-point win over Casey. So that is amazing news. I'm not sure where the grand final is being held, but they're going to be taking on Essendon in the 2022 Rebel VFLW Grand Final. It'll be played on Sunday, June 3rd at North Port Oval. So any Sainers that are around that area, North Port Oval, get down there and let's see the girls take home the premiership in the VFLW. That would be absolutely outstanding. They've had a very good year. I don't know what they finished on the ladder, but they've really gone. I think they've gone from elimination final, semi-final, prelim. They've done it the long, hard way, and they've got every chance of taking home the glory next week. So fingers crossed they can get it done. But awesome news there from the Southern Saints. In AFLW news now, we've got a new father-daughter announcement. St Kilda Football Club secured its second father-daughter signing at Wednesday's NAB AFLW draft, with the club committing to recruiting defender Caitlin Matthews. Her father was part of the 1995 St Kilda side. He only played the one game, but under the criteria, obviously that means that the club is eligible of signing Caitlin, which is great. And she joins Alice Burke as the other father-daughter player at the club, which is awesome. Congratulations to Caitlin. Hopefully she has a massive year next year with the AFLW squad. And lucky last, we've got Sandringham news. They went down, sadly, by 21 points at Lakeside Oval to Sydney, who were really, really good. But the key takeouts from the game was obviously the performances from some of the more senior players that haven't had a good spell. And that was, led by Tom Highmore. He had a huge day. He was by far the best player on the ground. He had an incredible display, collecting 33 disposals, no less, 12 marks, and just being a really, really dominant figure in the air. Tom Campbell as well, 23 disposals, 41 hitouts, and 7 clearances. Darragh Joyce was actually very good in defence as well. And Jack Higgins, he kicked the 1 goal with 17 disposals. Mason Wood, 1 goal with 13 disposals. Leo Connolly, 14 disposals. Paris, 1 goal and 11. Matty Allison, 10 disposals. And Max Heath, 5 disposals, 8 hit-outs. So a very quiet game for Max Heath. But yeah, I think Tom Highmore, based on that performance, is definitely a player that needs to come into the lineup. And Jack Higgins is definitely another one as well to add some, forward line pressure and power, because we desperately need that at the moment. We don't look like scoring, and I think Highmore and Higgins, those are the two to get back, as well as Brad Hill, Paddy Ryder, and hopefully Dan McKenzie as well. So a lot of fresh faces to come in to take on Carlton on Friday night in a huge game. Now for some question times, and I'll tell you, there are not many positive questions, so it's gonna be a tough one. Let's get straight into it. This one's from Jimmy, and he's asking, in your opinion, what do you think the selectors were thinking with their decisions going into the game? I thought they were just trying to be a bit too cute. I think that dropping Jack Higgins was the wrong decision, and I hope they admit that. I think that Dan Butler kicked the 1 goal from about 6 touches. You're telling me Jack Higgins couldn't have done that? It's just, I don't know. I think they left the risk-taking to a week too late. They should have done it against Essendon or before the bye when we were in form. It was a poor time to do it in a crunch game. So big mistake there. Charlie's asking, can we still make finals? Technically, yes. Statistically, yes. But I think you better ask the players that. Do they want to play finals? That is the question. And right now, it doesn't look like they want to play finals. So I think we can if we pull our finger out. But whether we'll do that or not is another question that will go unanswered for another couple of days until Friday night. Tom's asking, do you think the boys will respond next week? I'm hoping so. But this is the first week in a long time where I'm not thinking about it. I'm not going to get my hopes up expecting a big response. I'm just going to go to the footy and see what happens. Because if you put so much energy into the build-up and it doesn't go your way, you're obviously pretty let down afterwards. And that's how I was on Saturday night after the Swans game. So this week, do I think they'll respond? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I'm just going to play that mystery card and wait and see. I think that's the best way to be right now. Otherwise, you're just going to go nuts. Last, from Victoria, what is going on at the club? That I don't know. I think we started the year so well, 8-3. It looked like a family. The vibe was good. But I don't know if something's happened internally and the boys are just not clicking at the moment. Or we've just lost that instinct and we don't want to take that risk in with the ball in hand. And that's kind of really stunted our style, and we just play the most boring style of football now because we're not willing to take risks. But that's what we did at the start of the year, and it worked. So I think we need to somehow find that form again. But that's easier said than done. But you've just got to go quarter by quarter now. If they play one good quarter against Carlton Friday night, first quarter goes well, great, tick a box, continue. You just got to get that right. Against Sydney, we didn't play a single quarter. We didn't play a single 10 minutes of good football. So I think we need to get back to getting reward for effort and forgetting about our individual skills and what we need to do as a player. Forget about that and just play as a team, and the rest will come. And that's what we did so well in the first 10 weeks, and that's been thrown out the window since the bye. So I don't know if there's something going on internally, but I'm really hoping that we can get some players back and we can just go back to basics. Just do that. I think we're playing a too complicated a game style and the players aren't up for it. We just need to play on instinct and kick a bag, like kick 100 points. I don't care if we lose and Carlton kick 150, kick 100. Let's go and play fast, exciting football. Get the crowd up and about. And our season's not done yet, and we're acting like it is. So we need to prove something on Friday night, and it's a perfect time to do it against a team like Carlton. So hopefully that answered your question, Victoria. Thank you to everyone for submitting them. I know it was a bit of a short weekly, but honestly, just still a bit down after Saturday night, a bit tired. So hopefully still enjoyed the video. I'll be back during the week for the podcast. That'll come out on Wednesday morning. That's the video, and then the podcast hopefully tonight on Spotify and all streaming platforms. And as we do every year when we face Carlton, we preview the game with Terry from Blue Abroad, which will be great. He's definitely going to be up and about more so than me, so it'll be interesting to hear his thoughts on us the last couple of weeks. That'll come out during the week as well, hopefully Wednesday, Thursday, and then obviously Friday night I'll be there at the game and ready to review the game afterwards live on Facebook. So a lot of content to come this week, Sayers. Hopefully you're all going well. And yeah, getting outside, having a coffee, getting some food, staying away from footy a little bit because that's the way to be. And yeah, we'll do it all again on Friday night. But until then, Saints, take care of yourselves. And as always, go you mighty Saints. See you guys.